PS3 Slim Blu-ray
Welcome back to
Drive
my channel,
Repair
guys.
Part 2.
Legacy repairs and gadgets, guys. So this is part 2 of repairing a PlayStation 3 Slim. So guys, if you watch part 1, you notice that this customer PlayStation 3, it's not playing any game disc. So what I'm doing here, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and repair or replace the lens. Depends on what happened. I'm not sure as yet, guys. So what I'm doing, guys, here I'm taking apart the game here. So there are some screws at the bottom, so I need to take those screws out. So you will need a repair kit here because there are different type of screw. So you will need a full repair kit that contain the screw bit that you need to take apart the game. So as I can see, I've finished remove all the screws here, so I'm going around to take apart the top of the game. As you can see, guys, the game is very dirty. It's a lot of cobweb here. So what I'm going to do here also, guys, I'm going to go and clean the outer part of the game. I'm not going to do a deep clean because the issue is a DVD drive, so I'm not going to go ahead and do a deep clean. I'm going to clean outside of the game here. So I'm going to go ahead and remove, I've already removed the power supply cables. So I've just removed the power supply, as I can see here. So I'm going to put the power supply aside. Now I'm going to remove the ribbon for the DVD drive. There are 3 at the back here, so you want to be very careful. Take your time to remove these, because if you break these, then you will need to replace these. So there's 1 screw at the back for the DVD drive here. There's the main ribbon underneath the DVD drive, and this ribbon is for the lens, so you want to be very careful and take your time to remove it. You don't want to break anything, because if you break something on the board, then it's going to be hard to replace it. So here is the game, guys, pretty dirty. I'm going to do some basic clean to remove any cobweb or dust that built up around the game. So this is a DVD drive here, guys, or the Blu-ray drive, I should say. So I'm going to go ahead and do some cleaning on it. It's very dirty here. So here is the other Blu-ray drive here. So I'm going to go ahead and replace the lens inside the other drive here. So I'm taking apart the drive here, and the other drive, the ribbon is broken, so I will need to use the ribbon from the game drive. So I'm doing some bit of clean around to remove any dust, because this can cause issue when you're trying to play your game. So guys, want to take your time. You don't want to break any of these ribbon, because some of them is very hard to replace and you will not get to replace these. So take your time, take apart the game. One thing I noticed, someone been here before, because there are a few screws missing. So nevertheless, I'm going to open the other one, which is the working drive. So as I told you guys, some of these ribbon here, they're say broken. So I can't use the entire drive. I will need to use a ribbon from the other drive here. So I'm not going to use the entire drive, because his drive mechanism for the disc is good, just the lens is not good. So I'm going to replace the lens, not the whole entire drive. I would replace the drive, but some of these ribbon is broken. So yeah, they're identical, but one of the board to eject the CD or the disc is different, and the ribbon is different too. The power ribbon for the drive is different. They're bent different, so I'm gonna try to replace this one and the previous one to see if it's gonna work. One thing I noticed, guys, they're bent different, and it's not actually going to fit properly. So I'm still gonna try anyway to see if it's gonna work. Based on the twist on the ribbon, it's not gonna set the right way, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to twist it a bit and see if this works. I noticed they're a bit different. It's the same slim PS3 Slim drive, but it's a bit different because they're different version. Like I think this is 3000 maybe 1, when it's 3000 maybe 2 or 3C. So they're kind of different, but not a huge different. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it now, guys, to see if it's gonna work. I hope it works. So you want to take your time to fit these cables or these ribbon here. You don't want to rush, because if you break these, you're not going to be able to replace them very easily. So I'm able to get the ribbon in place or in line there. So I'm trying to put the lens ribbon underneath. As you can see, I get underneath. I put all the cables back. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the power supply in. So take your time, guys. You don't want to break anything. Ensure it's fully seated. Then I'm gonna go ahead and screw the power supply in place. There are 2 screws on it. I'm gonna go ahead and connect the power supply cable here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and test the game and see what happens, guys.